Yes, thank you for calling. I really appreciate it.
Okay. So can we start the interview?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, thank you so much from bottom of my heart, and you are showing interest with our radio.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, Tripet. Firstly, we want to know how much different is it for you to learn Indian language, and how you make it possible.
It's the most challenging thing that I've done in my life, to be honest. It's really tough. So
Okay.
about 6 years ago, I set out on a mission to learn to be able to sing in the language of Bollywood. And a lot of people used to say to me, no, you can't do it because you don't have the accent. I'm born and bred in the UK, and
Yeah, I know.
and a lot of people used to say, look, just give it up, just you don't have the accent. But I worked at it. I've been listening to a lot of Bollywood since the age of 11, and I think it's just it was just something inside me that had to come out, you know. I worked at it. I've been studying with some Indian vocalists, vocal coaches in London,
Yeah.
and I've been studying literature as well of the Indian language.
Yeah.
And also I've been doing a lot of one-to-one with Lata Mangeshkar in the privacy of my own home.
Yeah,
So
she's so talented singer in India.
yeah, I always say she's my number one vocal coach.
Oh.
And people say, wow, you've met her. I say, not in person, but I listen to her music, and I practice with it to help me improve vocally,
Yeah.
and for the accent as well. And a lot of people are amazed how I've improved my accent so much when they first heard my Indian accent from 5 years ago.
Okay.
So it is a bit of a mission impossible, and sometimes I get so tired when I'm working with my producer Atif Ali.
Okay.
I say to him, "Can I sing in English?" And he says, "No, you're going to sing in Urdu now. You come here to sing in Urdu. You're not singing in English."
Okay.
And it's very tiring when you have to do retakes, like 50 retakes. Just to
How
get
many
the
times you are
pronunciation right
retaking
for one
this song?
word.
I want to
Which
know
song?
how many times you retake in this song Aveja.
In Avija, the pronunciation wasn't too bad in this one. There was, I think, a couple of words, but
Yeah.
he like kabhi, like that word. Sometimes it stings me a bit. I know the producer sometimes he really gets annoyed with me in the studio. He says it's such a simple word. What's wrong with you? So that song wasn't too bad actually in
Okay.
the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, I'm telling you, first time when I listened this song, मतलब मेरे दिल से ये निकला कि कहाँ थी अभी तक आप ऐसा कुछ.
Like, what do you mean? Where am I from? Or sorry.
Yeah. I most like your Avija song.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Second one is
This is my second song.
okay. I know. Tripet, we want to know about your career and how you began in music.
Do you want the truth to that question, or it's actually quite funny because, truthfully speaking, about 6 years ago, I started dating an
Okay.
actor in London.
Okay.
And I've always had an interest in the arts. I mean, I'm a Sagittarian, so it's in me, you know. And I've always been listening to music, writing poetry as a hobby.
Okay.
So when I met this actor and I started dating him, he used to talk about his acting and his classes and all these kind of things. And I used to think to myself, God, I've only got a 9-to-5 job. I'm going to bore him on the first date. I need to go out and do something. So that's how it began. It's not because of that, but that was almost a trigger, you know. And since then, it's just been. I think it was something inside me just waiting to come out. And I've used my passion for learning languages and
Okay.
writing poetry. On my album, I haven't written any of my own material. It's all written and composed by my music director and his lyricist. But I do have songs which I've written and composed which are not on my album. They're
Okay.
waiting, maybe for the next, hopefully for the second album.
Okay. Yeah. Personally, I want to know which instrument you like to play when you give performance on the stage.
Um, at the moment, I am purely focusing on the vocal side, and I do play the keyboard, but only I don't play it
Okay.
to be able to play it and perform at the same time. I play it just for my own pleasure in terms of getting a melody, finding a melody, or making a composition.
Okay.
I'm not a pianist, but I enjoy the piano and the keyboard.
Yeah, yeah. You like piano and keyboard, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Behind
I mean, I've grown up with it whilst yeah, sorry.
Okay. Behind every artist, there is a person who's works in life as like a backbone. In your life, who's that person?
Oh, that's a very tough question. You
Yeah,
make
yeah,
your
yeah,
questions seem so easy to answer. Um, truthfully speaking, I would say it's my music director, come producer, come vocal coach, come best friend, come mentor, Atif Ali, who I'm working with on my debut solo album.
Okay.
Simply because he's been more than just a music producer or director. He does more than just composing my songs on my album. I've learned a lot for him, and he's I would say he's the backbone behind my career.
Okay. So Avija and Vopal, these two songs together make your Bollywood debut song. Yeah, am I right?
Well, they're going to be on my album, on the debut solo album, which is Vopal, and that's due to come out in the middle of August time. Vopal is the lead single on the album, so that one was out first, and then the second was Avija, that's the second single on the album.
Yeah, I know. So how important in your career are these two songs for you?
The Vopal has turned my life around completely. Upside down. These songs are very, 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 very close to my heart. I'm not too sure how to describe it to you, but
both songs are too romantic. Both songs are too romantic.
Yeah. To be honest, both of them. I mean, these are two songs on the album which are very close to my heart. Especially Vopal, I like the chords the most in the song. And the Avija song, I remember when I touched down in Dubai last year to record this song, I had a virus for 1 month. I couldn't record. The doctor said you can't because you don't have a voice. So for 1 month I was in bed whilst I was rehearsing the song and just silently rehearsing. I had no voice. So I connected with it in a very different way whilst I was rehearsing the Avija song. And I had a lot of time to bond with it as well. I've got the memories when I was rehearsing them, feeling them, experiencing them. I always say that I like to experience every vowel of every sentence of my songs before I hit the recording studio. And obviously with the language and the learning the lyrics, it's not just picking up the lyrics and singing it, it's picking up the lyrics. I have to write them down, understand what they mean, and sometimes I need to call Atif and say, hi, what does this word mean, what does this sentence mean? But he's great, he understands, so he helps me out. But my songs, they're like I always say they're like little mini fairy tales because they all have their own individual story. So although the entire album, I've got a lot of different emotions in this album, but they've all got a little story to tell of their own,
Yeah, two emotions you attach this song, no?
A lot of people say they can hear and feel my emotions in my songs. And I guess, and it's nice when I hear that from fans and people such as yourself, it's nice and it's encouraging. But sometimes I'm so engrossed. And I remember when I used to go to vocal coaches, they used to say about 4 or 5 years ago, they used to say, you need to sing with emotion, you need to sing with emotion. I never knew what they meant, and you can never learn how to sing with emotion, But now when I'm singing in the studio, the one thing that I'm able to do is I'm able to switch everything off and bring my experience to the forefront of the mic. And I don't know how, it's just by magic. I don't know how it happens, and it just comes out of me.
Okay. So what are your upcoming projects in 2016?
Well, 2016 is a big,
Yeah.
big year for me because I'm releasing the debut solo album Vorpal, which I've been working on for the last 18 months with Atif Ali now on.
Yeah.
So that's due for release this year, so by around August time. And I'm very nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous at the same time because I do get a lot of good feedback, positive feedback from my fans on these last two songs. But I've got a couple of more songs to release from the album before the album is launched. And it's always nerve-wracking, because you don't know what to expect from your fans. You don't know what kind of response you're going to get until it's out.
Yeah.
So...
So, Tripet, you work with many top celebrities in Bollywood as like Rahat Fateh Ali Khan, Atif Aslam, Sajid Wajid, Preetham, and my most favorite, Salim Suleiman. So, who's your most favorite one and why?
Well, just to correct you, so it's not me who's directly working with them. It's Atif Ali who's worked with all of these celebs. So I'm connected to Atif Ali, obviously.
Okay.
I guess my favorite is I like Shankar Ehsaan Loy the most. I think because of their team spirit. I love the energy that those three guys have between them. And I think it's a great example of, putting the vocals aside and their talent aside, but it's the
And what about
teamwork
A.R.
that they
Rahman?
have. Well, he's just the legend of Bollywood.
Okay.
I've been listening to his music. That's the only music that I listen to primarily. There's no escaping him. There's no escaping him.
Okay. So you want to work with him in future?
That would be a dream come true. I always said to Atif Ali, I said, I will never go to any other producer.
Yeah.
No other director.
Okay.
Unless it's A.R. Rahman. That's the only exception. I said that to Atif. So that's the exception, definitely.
Okay. Tripet, finally, we want to listen to Avija by You, which is I like personally. So please.
Wow. Okay. All right. Sure. छट गया मेरा यार क्यों कहता सी जिंद जान तू तुर गया फिर दिलदार क्यों अज तू आवी जा छट गया मेरा यार क्यों कहता सी जिंद जान तू तुर गया फिर दिलदार क्यों अज तू आवी जा आवी जा.
Wow. Yeah, that song is, this song Avija is my most favorite.
Really?
Yeah. And Tripet, this is your first interview with us. So what do you say about me and our radio?
Well, it's my first radio interview for India. So this is going to be an interview I'll never be forgetting.
And I'm first person in India, which is you interview take. Am I right?
Thank you, thanks. You are. You're the first. You're the absolute first. We'll confirm that in writing as well, just in case. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to interacting with your fans from your radio station.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm sat right next to you right now. I wish I could just give you a big hug.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Of course, I would love to. That would be an absolute honor. And of course, it'll be directly with you guys first of all. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Okay, bye.
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 Bye.